Hey, it's Rachel Adelacia, and this is Fashion Stories. And I know this doesn't look like what we usually talk about. I have pulled out quite a few charm bracelets, and if my sister is watching, yes, some of these are mom's, and I have not taken them. She has not given them to me. I'm just talking about them. But yes, we're going to talk about charm bracelets. We all know I am obsessed with the stories that our fashions tell, and I think that what we choose to wear is definitely how we tell our stories. But I think most specifically, one of the things that we can use to tell our stories is jewelry. And we all have a special piece of jewelry. Maybe it's a ring, your wedding ring, your grandma's wedding ring, your parents' wedding ring, a piece of jewelry from a special someone, be it your kid, lover, whoever. But I know one thing that I wore growing up and that was really important to me growing up, and ironically my mom had the same thing, was a charm bracelet. And charms for me were one of these things that we would give each other as friends. So there are a few that as we go through my charm bracelet, you'll see that I'm like, I don't remember where this was, which is funny. And then some that were very personal. And if you look at my charm bracelet, you can definitely be like, oh my gosh, I know Rachel. I can see Rachel in that. And even though my charm bracelet I stopped wearing when I went to college, I can look back at it and I have certain memories. And if I were to put it on, it definitely can still inform you about who I am today. And I think that's really kind of cool. And then again, I have my mom's and an aunt's, and I don't even know whose this is, but we have one of those. But to begin with, I wanted to show you my charm bracelet, and this is from high school. And again, some of these were gifts from friends, and I may not remember them, and I may not remember why I got them. But a lot of these, I feel like, wow, you can still see my story in them. I got the theater faces, or the drama faces. I was really involved in the theater department, and then of course I went on to major in theater and become an actress and all those good things. I have a Sweet 16. I don't know how to show it. There we go, Sweet 16, because that was a big deal to me. A little piggy. Ironically, piggies are my favorite animal, and I still love pigs. My lucky socks and shirts and shoes are actually pig. My aunt gave me this enameled heart, which is pretty. Dance shoes. I danced all through high school. I was on the dance team. I loved dance for a while. I thought I would be a ballerina. I was not that good, but I still dance. I still volunteer with the ballet, which is, pretty cool. This gets into the stuff I'm not 100% sure about. I have more than one teddy bear, which is cute. I was just never a big teddy bear person. The Disney castle from Walt Disney World from a family vacation. And, who's going to say no to being in a castle now still? This goes back to, I'm not quite sure, but butterfly. Who doesn't love those? Another teddy bear, which may or may not be Pooh. And I did love Winnie the Pooh. I still love Winnie the Pooh. A parrot. I'm not quite sure about the parrot. When I graduated from high school, but we'll just go over that because I lie about my age. A dachshund. Our first puppy was a dachshund. Now I'm a big cat person, but I still love dachshunds. Another dancer, because I was on dance team. All sorts of good luck stuff. And then a little Bible. And this little Bible has the Lord's Prayer in it. And believe it or not, at one point in time, I could read that. So, all downhill. And then a telephone, which I'm sure was just a gift from a friend because we talked on the phone. And it's really ironic because when I look at what you can tell about me from this, you can look at my mom's and you can see almost like where the family line runs through. Well, this is her, I think, National Honor Society. Her initials. This was her baby ring, and ironically, I have one similar to this. Our birthdays are right by each other. Her dance team boot, just a Christmas one. Then we have some that I'm not quite sure what they are, but she has like a nice little garnet. This was her high school's flag. This was my grandmother's high school ring that my mom got. Again, from her high school, the Woodrow Wilson High School. She went to Woodrow Wilson. I'm not quite sure. There's a little ship in this. I don't know what sort of gem that is. And then the World's Fair. Her name also starts with R, so she has an R. Another Christmas. Ice skating. She did ice skating for a while. And then Texas. She lived in Dallas. But it's funny that you can also tell a lot about her because some of these things are still true about her, like the Honor Society. She was a college professor. She loved her dance team. She does really love Christmas and is proud of being from Texas and the ice skating and different stuff like that. The things that you can tell from people. This is one of my great aunts, and she went on a trip around the world and collected coins to put on a necklace or a bracelet. And then this is just one that we found like in everybody's kind of the joint family jewelry box, I guess you could call it. And it's just kind of like Texas themes, which is very like go rodeo, I guess, if you're into rodeo. And then ironically, there's some extra charms. We had a ton of those. But this little one, the Taurus, my mom has, if you can see it, and I actually have the same one. She gave it to me. I don't have it on a charm bracelet, but I wear it as a necklace. Then she had an extra drill team boot, and I think this is drill team as well, or a little hat. But it's amazing to me what you can tell about someone from these, and it almost makes me want another charm bracelet. I never got into Pandora. Pandora was not my thing, but there are a few companies out there that I know you can still find charms from, and it just makes me think of what symbol or what little charm would you wear as jewelry to kind of tell people about who you are, you know? And it doesn't have to be so on the nose as, you know, your initials or whatever. Like I said, I have pigs and the Disney castle and all that sort of stuff, but it's definitely a way to have a specific memory and a specific tie to a place, and see, like, kind of tell who you are. And that's really, really cool that these things are stories. And, you know, one day my sister or I may wear this bracelet and have all these memories of our mom that might be similar or not to our own memories. Or, you know, I might pass this down to someone and they might be like, oh, Aunt Rachel or whoever did all these things and these things were important to her. And that's just really kind of cool. So I would love to know, did you have a charm bracelet? What was on it? What does it say about you? And ironically enough, if you were gonna build yourself a charm bracelet as an adult, like today, what would yours have on it? I think I'd still have the theater stuff. I would have my Taurus. I'd probably have some diamonds and some emeralds if I could. But definitely like my initials. I think I would have both California and Texas because those are the two main places I've lived and how much I love them. I might have an Eiffel Tower because it's my dream to go to Paris. All sorts of things. I don't think I would put ages or years because, as I said, I actively lie about that, so no need to get into that. But that's what I would have just as a starter pack, and I would love to hear about yours. And these are our fashion stories.